Something happened on March 1st, 2025, that royal historians will be talking about for decades. And if you blinked, you might have missed just how significant it truly was. Because on the surface, it looked like a simple St. David's Day greeting from Prince William and Princess Catherine. But underneath that 2-minute video was something that no Princess of Wales had ever done before in the modern era. And once you understand the full weight of what Catherine did, you will never see this moment the same way again. St. David's Day is not just a public holiday in Wales, it is the heartbeat of Welsh national identity. Celebrated every year on March 1st, it honours St. David, the patron saint of Wales. And it is a day when the Welsh language, Welsh traditions, and Welsh pride take centre stage across the nation. Daffodils appear everywhere. The Welsh dragon flies from buildings and in the hands of children. Streets come alive with a sense of belonging that is deeply rooted in hundreds of years of culture. For the Prince and Princess of Wales to acknowledge this day meaningfully is not optional, it is expected. But what Catherine did this year went far beyond expectation. The video was posted to their official Instagram account at 9 a.m. on Sunday. William and Catherine were at Frogmore House on the Windsor estate, standing together in a setting that felt warm and unscripted. William opened the message in Welsh, which was familiar territory for him. He has been learning the language through the Duolingo app since becoming Prince of Wales in September 2022, following King Charles III's accession to the throne. His father, King Charles, had studied Welsh formally at Aberystwyth University before his investiture at Carnarvon Castle in 1969. William chose a more modern, self-directed approach. But what no one predicted was that this year, Catherine would be the one to stop everyone in their tracks. When Catherine spoke, she spoke in Welsh. Not a single rehearsed phrase nervously thrown in for optics. Not a brief "thank you" tagged onto the end of William's message. A full, complete, clearly delivered message entirely in the Welsh language. She wore a checked red dress with a daffodil pinned to it, the national flower of Wales. And she delivered her lines with a composure and warmth that left royal watchers genuinely speechless. She told the people of Wales that the country is very close to their hearts and that they look forward to every visit. She closed with a wish for a day full of celebration with family and friends. Simple words, enormous meaning. To understand why this matters so deeply, you have to understand what the Welsh language represents. Welsh is a living Celtic language that has survived centuries of political pressure and cultural erosion. There are around 900,000 Welsh speakers in Wales today, and the language carries within it a history of struggle, resilience, and pride. When a future Queen Consort steps forward and chooses to address Wales in its own language, that is not a publicity move. That is a statement of intention. It says, "I see you, I respect you, and I am willing to put in the work to honour who you are." The week leading up to this video gave even more context to just how genuine this commitment appears to be. William and Catherine visited Powys earlier in the week, stopping in Llanidloes and Newtown despite heavy rainfall. Their first stop was the Hanging Gardens, a community hub focused on resilience, creativity, and sustainability. Crowds lined the streets, waving Welsh flags and holding daffodils. Inside, Catherine ordered a cappuccino and William chose tea, and they spent real time talking with volunteers who were preparing decorations for the St. David's Day festivities in Welsh. William even stopped at a local cider stall and sampled a glass, laughing with Catherine about it when she arrived. These are not the actions of royals going through the motions. These are two people genuinely engaging with a community. At Oriel Davies Gallery in Newtown, they viewed the Hand in Hand art project, a deeply moving initiative co-created with Syrian and Afghan families living in the local area. Catherine paused with each family, listening, acknowledging, and expressing genuine admiration for what was being built there. A 7-year-old girl at an art workshop quietly walked up and placed a pearl necklace around Catherine's neck. Catherine gently lifted her own hair aside to help the child fasten it. That moment, small and unannounced, said more about who Catherine is than any formal speech ever could. William had his own quiet moment when a young girl handed him a hand-drawn daffodil. He bent down to her level, lowered his voice, and thanked her in a way that everyone watching described as genuinely tender. Body language experts who have studied William over the years point to these interactions as consistent with who he is as a person, someone deeply attuned to emotional connection, particularly with children. But it is Catherine's Welsh language message that history will anchor this week to. Since Queen Elizabeth II passed away in September 2022 and William became Prince of Wales, there has been ongoing conversation about how the royal family would approach its relationship with Wales going forward. There are no current plans for a formal investiture ceremony as there was for Charles. Instead, William and Catherine appear to have made a conscious and sustained choice to build their connection with Wales through repeated presence, genuine community engagement, and now, language. Catherine speaking Welsh publicly is not the end of a journey. It is a marker along one. It signals that she has been preparing quietly, learning deliberately, and stepping into the full scope of what being Princess of Wales means. Language is not just communication. Language is belonging. And by choosing to speak Welsh on Wales's most significant national day, Catherine showed the people of Wales that she is not just visiting their country, she is committing to it. This is what modern monarchy looks like when it is done with intention. Not grand gestures performed for cameras, but consistent, meaningful effort that builds trust over time. William and Catherine are clearly playing a long game, and moments like this Welsh language debut are exactly why people are paying attention. If this kind of deep royal analysis is what you are here for, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a single update. Hit that notification bell and drop a comment below telling us what you think Catherine's Welsh message means for her future role. We read every single one.